Ow, I think I hit my head. Hi guys, and welcome to a new episode on the channel. Today we will talk about Tales from the Odyssey by Mary Pope Osborne, Book 1. So how will we get started? Oh, that was really painful. Alright, I'll split this video into 8 parts. Ow. The Call to War. Oof. There was once this man called Odysseus, or as we pronounce it in English. Odysseus is the king of Ithaca, but he didn't act like a king. He farmed a lot. He loved his family a lot. He made fair laws and rules, but he never cheated. He never liked war. And then one day, if you ever learned about the Trojan War, the queen of the main king of all the Greeks was kidnapped, and then boom, 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 everybody was sent to war. A messenger came to Ithaca and told Odysseus that he had to go and enter to war. So he was. If you think of any king would do anything like that, get called to war, then you might think he would start to whip his sword, pick it off, and then seek war. But Odysseus was not one of those people. Not one of those kings. And whenever there was a message of war, he'd be like, this one, well, it never happened like this anyway. So he decided that this should happen. He decided that this should happen. That he would try to convince him that convince the messenger that he was mad. Instead of getting 2 ox, he got 1 ox and then got 1 donkey and whipped them both. I'm like, wow! The donkey almost ran over him, but he didn't care. He did care just a bit, but he just wanted to see that he was mad. And then instead of seeding seeds, he seeded salt. And then everybody thought that he was mad, but the messenger wasn't really sure. He said it was a trick, so he thought of a little trick. He took the baby out of Odysseus's wife, called Persephone's hands. Persephone screamed, and then the baby was put right in front of Odysseus, where he was plowing to. Odysseus quickly turned, and that blew his cover. He was not mad after all. He had to go to war. So how did that work? Everything seemed to go out perfectly. First of all, they've been able to get to Troy with no problemo. And after 10 years, a long, gruesome battle. Oh, that was the first year, 2nd year, 3rd year, 4th year, 5th year, 6th year, 7th year, 8th year, 9th year. And then finally on the 10th year, things started changing. The goddess Artemis came to them and told Odysseus that he would have to make a wooden horse. He started creating a wooden horse. Carve, and carved at the end of it Athena's name. Athena. And eventually, he chose his bravest men, put their swords in sashes, got into the Trojan horse where there was a secret trap door, and waited until night. They were got into Troy. Trojans, even children, were also asleep because they were drunk. Then he fell off, done all this whippity hero stuff, barged open the gates, and all the Greeks came, slashing into them. Some of them even had double swords, but we're not going to get into detail. After a quick fight, everything was done. And after a long while, the queen was captured back. But then when they were rising to seas again, they were like, huh? Why is Poseidon angry? Then one of his soldiers said, "One of us actually attacked Athena's temple, so Poseidon said Zeus is really mad." And we're like, "What? She helped us. Why would you attack Athena's temple when she helped us?" And that didn't really work out great. And that's when the Odyssey began. For days they'd been sailing at sea. For 10 days they were worried for battle. But then later, on the 10th day, they realized that they were gonna be at shore for a while. They'd gone to shore, and then they realized that it was time to get back. Some of Odysseus' men came all the way to find a bit of fire. So they came all the way with their well-equipped swords just in case. And then they figured out that there was a guy there. But instead of a shepherd, it was a Cyclops. The Cyclops ate 2 men every day and every night. And then what happened next was really complicated. The Cyclops ate, I believe, 4. Let's do the math. There was 2 nights, and each night was 4, 2, then 4, and then he ate 2 in the morning. 6 of his soldiers. And then these 6 soldiers became kind of depressed. Eventually, these 6 soldiers were dead and eaten, and only all of his soldiers were left. Odysseus, while the giant was sleeping and after he drank wine, Odysseus got a sword, got a little bit of a wood, sharpened it up into a great sharp stick, and then boom, he poked the eye. Ah! And the giant screamed, "What a wimp!" Then he ran out back to the ship, and he was so proud that he called his name and said, "Hey, Cyclops, my name's no one. But whenever you tell anybody who poked your eye, don't say it's no one. Say it's Odysseus." And then the giant was like, "Yes, the prophecy has done. Now I'll call Poseidon for a little bit of a precise for you, Odysseus." And then the Cyclops asked Poseidon to put a curse on Odysseus that he will never come home alive. And if he do, he will always mourn. And then they came to the palace of the wind god. And there they were given a sack of wind where they were able to go all the way to the island of Ithaca where they were there. Odysseus was pleased, and then he slept. Then his soldiers were like, "What's in the bag? Why does he always get the riches? Let's get all the riches." And they opened the bag, which was a lot of winds there. All the winds fell off it, and they're like, "Help!" And they were blown back to the wind palace, where then they would not get another bag of sacks of wind. Bad choice. This is where the Odysseus really began. This is where the end of Book 1 happened. So if you want more excitement, more sword fighting, and more of these excitement stuff, I highly recommend to watch the next video and coming. I'll see you in the next episode. Out. Peace.